My name is Brent Peterson and welcome to my series of videos on the Magento Association and Meet Magento. I'm thrilled to invite you to join us at Meet Magento New York and Meet Magento Florida. In these videos, I'll explore everything you need to know about these fantastic events and the Magento Association. As an added bonus, be sure to stick around and listen to the jingle at the end of the video. See you there!
You're listening to Talk Commerce. Subscribe and download at talk-commerce.com.
Welcome to this special Magento episode of Talk Commerce. Today I'm Muliadi Jeo. Muliadi, go ahead, do an introduction for yourself. Tell us your day-to-day role now and one of your passions.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Muliadi Jeo. I'm currently as the CTO of a company called SirClo. Well, my day-to-day is just, I've been doing this e-commerce consulting for more than 20 years now. It's always my passion to always look into customer behavior, experience, looking at the tech gadgets. Those are all the stuff that I always enjoy.
That's awesome. Good. So before we get started, today we're going to talk a little bit about Meet Magento Malaysia. Maybe give us a little history about how you got there. I know that you've put together Meet Magento Indonesia as well, and then we'll talk a little bit about the Magento Association and why people should join, and we'll wrap it up. It'll be a quick and easy episode today.
All right, of
but
course.
let's do the joke first. I know that everybody's just dying to hear it, and it's a good one today. So
brand joke is always good.
Yeah. Just give me a rating of 1 through 5 when we're done. Here we go. I felt uncomfortable driving into the cemetery. The GPS blurted out, "You've reached your final destination."
That's a good pun. I like it. I'll give you 4.
Oh, good. All right. Excellent. Thank you. Yeah, your laughter is always very contagious on this end, so thank you for that. All right, so let's jump right into Meet Magentos. We've both been in the Magento community for a long time. You were an early organizer for Indonesia, and now you're moving to Malaysia. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people know me creating the Meet Magento Indonesia. We put together with Magento at that time. It's since 2015. It's been quite a while. And then we still do it. I think the last Meet Magento that we did is last year. So this year it's something that just struck me when I was visiting and actually having a booth in events in Malaysia. That quite a few of merchants asking, "Hey, we don't really have any support really here in Malaysia for Magento." There's a few merchants coming in and they feel like, okay, what's going on here? They always resort to go to Singapore for a lot of the support in general for even e-commerce event and stuff like that. So I say, why don't we do it here this year? And I'm just like, that's like kind of like just blurred in the mind. Because in Indonesia, we kind of, not pivoting, but it's really because we try to cater more bigger audience. So we kind of like we change the event to be a bit neutral, and we work with the e-commerce association in Indonesia. So this year we just using the name e-commerce expo. So that's a good actually opportunity for me, because there's a vacuum in the Meet Magento. Kuala Lumpur is still very much near in the middle of Singapore and Indonesia. I think it's a perfect center for try it out and cater some of the need that I see in Malaysia. And surprisingly, everything aligned. I met with Mage Store folks from Vietnam, and they say, "Hey, I love to try it." And so I use this as mentoring them, and hopefully they will just take on this for the future events. They can just do it themselves. So we have the very good opportunity to co-host together with Mage Store this Meet Magento Malaysia on upcoming August 26th. August 27th. So it's within months.
That's awesome. And so the idea is we're maybe getting more into Southeast Asia, getting more interest. Is there still a big interest for Magento in your region?
So it's very particular industry and particular type of business. I think I would say that Magento is still strong in a business that is unique and have a very, very, very specific customizations and in control of how the user experience will be, the integration will be. It's still one of the better choice. I personally still believe that myself too.
And I know that Meet Magento in Indonesia, you typically get 7, 8, even up to 1,000 people. Are you expecting the same sort of attendance in Malaysia?
Well, I try to make it just the same as we start in Indonesia, right? Something simple. I believe when I start, it's about 100 people. This year in Malaysia, I'm looking at starting the community strong, about 150, 200 that way. But it's the same strategy. I always, when I go to this city, I like to make sure it's a localized priority to that city first. If we get audience from Indonesia and Singapore, that will be the bonus. We try to reach out with the merchant in Malaysia and all the local ecosystem in Malaysia, like the payment partner, shipping partner, those kind of stuff. So the same kind of like rhythm that we do with Indonesia. So try to build the local first, get it for the local needs, and then we amplify it by adding the region into the
Yeah, I think for the Magento Association leadership listening, I believe there's a space for this sort of smaller event, and maybe you call it Meet Magento Lite or Meet Magento Mini, because I think that sometimes it is hard to get some traction around the event until the event has happened multiple times. And I know in the very beginning, and 10 years ago when you started, we also started doing some Meet Magento events at the same time. And it was very difficult to get the kind of attendance that at the time Magento, I think it was called Magento Associate, whatever it was called before, they wanted to have at least 500 people, and it was very difficult sometimes to meet those thresholds. And then it was also then a barrier for doing events.
No, I completely agree. I think I'm part of the event committee myself at the Magento Association. So I think at one of the discussion, I said, like, we should have a different size of the Meet Magento event. I don't know if we want to call it Meet Magento. We can call it anything we want, but there should be different sizes, and maybe ultimately the largest one we gather all together again in one country or something like that, right? I think that would be great.
Yeah.
So that's what my vision with the Indonesia, Malaysia is also like that. Like, we'll see the small event, and maybe Southeast Asia can have one bigger event. I'll reach out to SmartOSC. Maybe we can have a Meet Magento Asia proper.
Yeah, that would be good. And imagine if we did a really big event in Vegas. What would we call it? If it wasn't a Magento event, imagine what we could call it. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to imagine it in my head.
We all miss that old days.
So mini event, I think that Honolulu would be a great place as a central point for Asia and the US to have a mini Meet Magento Honolulu this spring or this winter. Let's talk a little bit about the Magento Association, why people should join, what sort of benefits you think they would get from joining and just being a member.
Yeah, no, I think one of the strongest point of being part of Magento is the community, right? I think the event itself is just a facilitator to help this community to be able to gather together. But I don't want to say Adobe didn't do a good job on bringing up the community, but I think the Magento Association is the kind of the perfect forum for all of us to be able to be there and sharing and participate. I know it's still brand new and it take a while to get the association to be kind of like where they want to be. I'm glad we have Matthias that's now leading the associations in the day-to-day basis. But I think we're still very non-active in association, and there's still a lot of things that we can do together in that.
Yeah, I think I've gotten myself involved in the Shopify community, and I can say that people say that there's this robust Shopify community, but it's nothing like the Magento community, especially like I've been reaching out to Shopify people and I say, what is your local events that are happening? And there isn't any. I mean, I know that, we had a good history of doing meetups for Magento. There's a good history of Magento meetups, and, maybe meetups in general have kind of gotten by the wayside. But I think in general, you're right. It's a unique community that is strong still in the world. And I think you putting on Malaysia is really a great example of how we continue to grow and thrive within the Magento community, despite some of the external pressures that are stopping or not stopping, but
not stopping. It's just slowing us.
Slowing us, yes. Creating a little bit of friction to make it happen. There's a couple of, so yours is coming up in August. I think Singapore as well are they doing it?
Unfortunately, Singapore doesn't do it this year. So Malaysia will be combining all of the Southeast Asia activity this year. So
okay, awesome, great. So the biggest one then will be your event in August, and then after that we'll have Meet Magento New York,
October.
Yeah, and then in February we'll have Meet Magento Florida, which I think is such a fantastic event, and Ravi does a great, and Marcia does a great job for New York.
And London on June is, I heard, is fantastic. I missed that one. I will be in New York. I don't know about you. I mean, if you're going to be there.
Yeah, I'm planning on going, and I really wanted to go to Meet Magento the UK this year, but unfortunately, or fortunately, I've become a grandpa now, and my grandchild was born about the same time, and travel was just not going to happen. Thank you. So, close out, I give everybody a chance to do a shameless plug about anything you'd like. What would you like to plug today? You should plug Meet Magento Malaysia. Tell us the website name. Tell us how they can find you.
Okay. Yes, of course. Meet Magento, I'm shamelessly going to say, unfortunately, I can't get the Malaysia domain, so I do the meetmagento.asia. That's
good, yeah.
Maybe a vision to gear toward a unified event there. So, but yeah, go to meetmagento.asia. We're going to open the registration soon, by next Monday. So,
perfect. Yeah, we'll make sure I get those on the notes, and this will be live in my stream soon, very soon. So, Muliadi Jeo, it's been such a great time talking to you, and I look forward to seeing you in Honolulu this spring.
Same here. See ya.
Talk Commerce is a production of Content Basis LLC. For more creative content, go to contentbasis.io.
Welcome to the show, it's Magento New York.